let's get into this. Tucker Carlson did a monologue, and we're gonna see it. We're gonna react to it. I already saw it, but we're gonna react to some of the points he's getting heat. They're saying, "Oh, Tucker Carlson is abandoning Donald Trump. Tucker Carlson is he's getting a lot of heat from us conservatives, right? But why? Is my question. If Tucker Carlson is just asking questions, he wants to see the evidence. We can't be. Let me show you this. This is a wow, man. And I wanted to touch upon this. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me show you this. Let me show you how the Democrats were. A couple of damn. Let me see. Man. Let me see where, if I could find it. How the Democrats were. Oh, look at it right here. Look at it right here. This is from this guy, Aaron Mate. Some of you guys might know this guy. He's like a moderate, right? I think he's on the He's been on the Jimmy Dore show. But this is how leftists were a couple of, actually like 4 years, right? We cannot be like this if we constantly are bashing lefties, right? Look what it says here. If you're a Russiagator, lefties, meaning you're indulging in conspiracy theories, including collusion, a Russia bank server, the P tape. Remember the P? The Donald Trump hired hookers to pee on beds in Moscow. You remember that? Russia changing votes, Russian social media ads fooling voters, Russian oligarchs, etc. You have no right to laugh at this insanity. You did it first. And obviously, he's tweeting a picture of, not a picture, but of a video of Sidney Powell. Let's talk about Tucker Carlson, and is he saying something that is extravagant? Let's see what he says. Let's put it on for that way you guys know exactly what we're talking about. Let's give you some context here.
Bombshell at the center of today's press conference. That was delivered by former prosecutor Sidney Powell, who has also served as General Mike Flynn's lawyer. For more than a week, Powell has been all over conservative media with the following story. This election was stolen by a collection of international leftists who manipulated vote tabulating software in order to flip millions of votes from Donald Trump to Joe Biden.
By the way, we're going to see her response. Sidney Powell's actually response to Tucker Carlson.
The other day on television, Powell said of Trump that when the fraud is finally uncovered, quote, I think we'll find he had at least 80 million votes. In other words, rigged software stole about 7 million votes in this election. Here's some of what Powell said today about the software.
One of its most characteristic features is its ability to flip votes. It can set and run an algorithm that probably ran all over the country to take a certain percentage of votes from President Trump and flip them to President Biden, which we might never have uncovered had the votes for President Trump not been so overwhelming in so many of these states that it broke the algorithm that had been plugged into the system. And that's what caused them to have to shut down in the states they shut down in.
That was a few hours ago, but Sidney Powell has been saying similar things for days. On Sunday night, we texted her after watching one of her segments. What Powell was describing would amount to the single greatest crime in American history.
I agree.
Millions of votes stolen in a day. Democracy destroyed. The end of our centuries-old system of self-government. Not a small thing. Now, to be perfectly clear, we did not dismiss any of it. We don't.
You shouldn't. That's one very key important. Don't dismiss any of it unless you have evidence. You dismiss it, you're doing the same exact thing that you're claiming the other person's doing. You dismiss it, you're basically saying, no, we have proof that what you're saying is incorrect. That's what the media is doing. They're saying, they're calling these people crazy. They're calling them conspiracy theories, yet they have no proof whatsoever. And we continue.
Don't dismiss anything anymore, particularly when it's related to technology. We've talked to too many Silicon Valley whistleblowers. We've seen too much. After 4 years, this may be the single most open-minded show on television. We literally do UFO segments, not because we're crazy or had even been interested in the subject, but because there is evidence that UFOs are real and everyone lies about it. There's evidence that a lot of things that responsible people used to dismiss out of hand as ridiculous are in fact real. And we don't care who mocks it. The louder the Yale Political Science Department and the staff of the Atlantic magazine scream, conspiracy theory, the more interested we tend to be.
Yep.
That's usually a sign you're over the target. A lot of people with impressive-sounding credentials in this country are frauds. They have no idea what they're doing. They're children posing as authorities, and when they're caught, they lie, and then they blame you for it.
Racist.
You see that every day. It's the central theme of this show, and will continue to be. So that's a long way of saying we took Sidney Powell seriously. We had no intention of fighting with her. We've always respected her work. We simply wanted to see the details. How could you not want to see them?
I want to.
So we invited Sidney Powell on the show. We would have given her the whole hour. We would have given her the entire week, actually, and listened quietly the whole time at rapt attention. That's a big story. But she never sent us any evidence, despite a lot of requests, polite requests, not a page. When we kept pressing, she got angry and told us to stop contacting her. When we checked with others around the Trump campaign, people in positions of authority, they told us Powell has never given them any evidence either, nor did she provide any today at the press conference. Powell did say that electronic voting is dangerous, and she's right. We're with her there. But she never demonstrated that a single actual vote was moved illegitimately by software from one candidate to another. Not one. Why are we telling you this? We're telling you this because it's true. And in the end, that's all that matters, the truth. It's our only hope. It's our best defense. And it's how we're different from them. We care what's true, and we know you care too. That's why we told you. Maybe Sidney Powell will come forward soon with details on exactly how this happened and precisely who did it. Maybe she will. We are certainly hopeful that she will.
Yes.
What happened with the vote counting this month, and at the polling places in Detroit, and the polling places in Philadelphia, and so much else, actually matters. It matters no matter who you voted for. It matters whether or not you think this election is already over. Bombshell.
There's nothing he said that I could disagree with. Absolutely not one word at all. If it happened the way he said it happened, right? You know, I know we understand we're rebelling against Fox, and with good reason, us conservatives, right? The organization, not people in particular. I think Tucker has been the best, to be honest, in my personal opinion, right? He's just asking questions as a journalist. And this is something that we do, the people on the right do. We care about the truth. We are not just going to peddle something if we have no idea what it is. We're not CNN. We're not going to bring Adam Schiff in all the time, lying Schiff, right? Saying, we have evidence, right? Wasn't he saying that? That we have evidence or whatever he was saying, right? Yet about the Russian collusion, nothing came up. $23 million wasted on an investigation with Mueller. Nothing came out of that. Yet saying CNN, MSNBC, what's the one in the MSNBC? Rachel Maddow. they were even progressives were making fun of Rachel Maddow, how much she was talking about the Russiagate. No evidence whatsoever. We need to know if there's evidence, right? We want to see the evidence. If she has the evidence, that's great. Oh my God, that would be great. That would be awesome. But we want to know it. And again, we are not denying it. We are not denying it. We just want to see it. The courts will decide. She will have to prove it in a court of law, and then we should go from there. But she responds, right? She responds, and look what she says herself. She responds back.
All right, Sydney, I want you to respond to what Tucker Carlson said last night, Sydney. I don't know if you watched it, but Tucker Carlson said that he had invited you on his show to share evidence of the software flipping votes, and he said you got angry and refused to provide evidence for your claims of voting software flipping votes. How do you respond to Tucker Carlson? Did you get angry with the show because they texted you and asked you to please provide evidence of what you're alleging?
No, I didn't get angry with the request to provide evidence. In fact, I sent an affidavit to Tucker.
An affidavit, depending on the state, is legal proof, and it's admissible of evidence. Let me tell you this. In New York, a woman can accuse you of rape, and if she says the right things, no evidence, they can lock you up. Mainly just by what she's saying, which is basically almost the same thing as an affidavit. An affidavit is just a piece of paper written, signed under perjury on the penalty of perjury. There's an actual penalty if you are found to be lying. That's what an affidavit is, and she provided that, so that's evidence. I mean, whether, and again, this is we're going whether Tucker said that he didn't receive any evidence. She's saying she sent evidence. So we have no idea. I mean, did Tucker want something more than just an affidavit? I mean, that's something that I have no idea, and then I can't even give my opinion on that.
That I had not even attached to a pleading yet to help him understand the situation. And I offered him another witness who could explain the mathematics and statistical evidence far better than I can. I'm not really a numbers person. But he was very insulting, demanding, and rude, and I told him not to contact me again in those terms.
So that's basically it. She claims that Tucker was demanding, rude, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, we don't know what was happening there. Only Tucker knows, and only she knows. Why is she not providing this? I'm telling you, she's saying a lot of details. Where she's getting the details, they have to be from somewhere that she's saying this stuff, right? But we shall see. Again, we're not denying anything, nothing, absolutely. Especially dealing with these Democrats. Are you crazy? These people are vicious, man. Didn't you guys saw what they did to those people in Wayne County, Michigan, in Detroit, when they doxed the children of the canvassers, right? Because they didn't feel it was correct what was happening in Detroit. They doxed the children, doxed them. Very vitriolic, very nasty these people are. So I don't doubt anything from the Democrats at all. Even that they had a national scheme to overturn votes. I don't doubt that. I think they are capable of doing that. Now, what needs to be proven is, and again, it has to be proven in a court of law. That's the thing. We could believe whatever we want. We could believe that there's unicorns in Mars. We need to prove it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that way we don't look like the crazy people that we are. And it has nothing to do with abandoning Trump. Trump did not abandon, not with abandoning Trump, right? Carlson did not. Tucker did not abandon Trump. He did not abandon the conservative movement. I think he's one of the fiercest fighter out there, or the fiercest fighter, because he has probably the biggest numbers, right? He's just asking some logical questions that we want to know, because we want to look sane and we want to present rational arguments to the opposition, and for people who are on the fence and say, hey, you know what? Maybe this is true. Maybe we want to redo the election, right? So let's see what happens. We should go from there. Now, proof is this right here. This is proof. Nobody has an answer for this. This is the votes in Wisconsin. I go to sleep. This is election night and election morning, right? Basically, we're still in election, believe it or not. The election is not finished. If the elections have not been certified, we're not done. We're not done. November 3rd, we go to sleep. Wisconsin is trending red. We go to sleep. 3:42 in the morning. 143,379 votes for Biden. Somebody better give me an answer to that. That's proof right there. Somebody better give me an answer to that. 143,379 votes. Come on, dude. From Wisconsin. And I bet you it must have been from Milwaukee. Because it's funny because a lot of these leftist Democratic controlled cities are the ones they're the problem is at. Meaning Atlanta, Detroit, Milwaukee, these big cities, Democratic control cities. Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. Why? Why the problem only there? Makes no sense whatsoever. Donald Trump tweeted this, right? This is Wisconsin. And for the people that see Donald Trump, you know, his Twitter account, you guys know that he's been censored left and right all day. And look, coincidentally, no censoring on this one right here, because this is from the New York Times. Look what it says here from the New York Times. Let me see where's the, man, do I have the other one? There was the other one. Let me see if I can find it real quick with you guys on here. The other one regarding the, okay, this is Michigan. Look at it right here, Michigan. Also, this is November 4th. November 4th election morning, right? 6:31 in the morning. 149,772 votes came in. Or listen to this. Of that batch, it was 96% of the batch for Joe Biden. 96% of the batch. Come on, just look at all these lines. Look at all these lines. Look at how they're going. Trending red when we go to sleep. Michigan. We wake up, it's blue. Because of this right here. Why? Look at this. And then it levels out. the rest of the day. Look, everything is level. Everything is level. Just this time, 6:31 in the morning. Makes no sense whatsoever, but yet this is where we're at. And that's proof, and I want answers for that. I want an answer for that. And not only me, but 70 million Americans need to know what is that. We need to know what is that. Let's